The story of today is known it all.
Hello everyone, my name is Wangare the storyteller and I love stories. Of course, you know that. And when you see me here, it means it's time for yet another story. Now, before the story comes, let me ask you a question. Do you have siblings, maybe a brother or a sister or a cousin or a friend who think they know everything? You ask them about something? Oh, of course, I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. Well, in our book, we are also going to find a boy who does exactly that. He thinks he knows everything. And do you think that his sister is happy about this habit? No, of course. She is not. And so they get into a big quarrel. And because it's a really big book, we are not going to read all of it. So we are going to start reading somewhere in the middle when their Auntie Fatuma, hears them shouting and screaming at each other and goes to find out what is going on and tells them a story that helps to solve the issues that they were arguing about. And our book today is Know It All. And who knows? Maybe, just maybe, you and I, sometimes we behave as if we know it all in some situations. Let's find out. So we will begin to read from page 24, all right? And here, like I've just said, so they've been arguing and quarreling, and the sister is almost in tears. And Auntie Fatuma says, sit down there and I will share with you a story. And this is the story that Auntie Fatuma tells them. Once upon a time, there were 6 good friends. Auntie Fatuma began. They were all blind. The 6 friends had heard many stories about elephants. They really wanted to see this famous animal. So they visited an elephant center. And when they saw the elephant, they were amazed. But Auntie Fatuma, you said that they were all blind. How did they see the elephant? Zuri asked. That's a good question, Zuri. What do you think? Auntie Fatuma asked. I know, maybe they touched it, Jasiri said. I know that blind people can read by touching the words with their fingers. My teacher told us that, he added. You're right, Jasiri, Auntie Fatuma said. The 6 men went and stood around the elephant. An elephant is such a huge animal, so each man touched the part that was closest to him. The man at the front touched the elephant's trunk. It was soft and slim and long. Another man touched the elephant's stomach. The elephant's skin felt rough on his hands. The third man stood behind the elephant and he touched its short tail, which was as tough as steel. The 4th man was impressed by the animal's size. He knelt down and touched the elephant's huge legs. The 5th man touched the elephant's big ears. And the 6th man held the elephant's sharp tusks. Jasiri and Zuri listened closely. They could picture the 6 men standing around the elephant. Suddenly, the door opened and they all jumped. What happened? It was Mama. I thought it was the elephant, said Zuri. I thought so too. Jasiri laughed. What elephant? Mama asked. Come and join us, Mama, Jasiri and Zuri said. They could not wait to hear the rest of the story. Mama smiled and sat down next to them. Auntie Fatuma continued with her story. As the friends traveled home, they began talking about the elephant. The elephant is thin and soft. It is quite tall, said the first man. The second man was very surprised. Thin? That is not true. An elephant is as wide as a house. Its skin is very rough, he said. The third man did not agree. He wondered if his friends had seen the same animal that he had. Both of you are wrong. The elephant is short and hangs down like a branch. It is as tough as steel, he said. Oh, you are wrong too. An elephant is like a branch. It is as thick and strong as a tree trunk, the fourth man said. The fifth man laughed at his friends. He found what they were saying very funny. My friends, all of you are wrong. Elephants are huge and flat, like big blankets. Definitely not, said the sixth friend. An elephant is as sharp as a spear. And so the friends kept on arguing. Jasiri and Zuri were very quiet. Why do you think the friends could not agree with each other? Auntie Fatuma asked. Why do you guys think that the six friends who had seen an elephant could not agree with each other about how the elephant looked like? Well, is it because each man was talking only about the part that he had touched? Jasiri asked. And they all touched different parts of the elephant. Zuri agreed. Yes, an elephant is all those things together, Auntie Fatuma said. So none of the men were completely wrong, but none of them were completely right either. It is the same with your argument. Well, I will reach there. In this story, there's still some story left. And you can actually go and buy this book and read the story for yourself. But just a small reflection that sometimes when we are arguing with our friends, with our family members, with our siblings, with our teachers sometimes, we only argue or speak from what we know, from what we can see, from where we are standing. But just think, what if that thing that you're always thinking you are right, you have only seen it from one perspective, from one side, just like each of the six blind men saw or touched the elephant from where they were standing? So, sometimes it is good to sit back and ask yourself, can I go around this issue, go around this question, go around this argument, and try to see it from the point of view of someone else? Well, I think that's an important lesson to learn and a great way to end today's story time. Have a good time and see you next time.